What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to the third of a 5-part series of the World Cup Draft Challenge. Today is the European only, highest rated European only FUT Draft or FUT World Cup Draft Challenge. Jeez, get your words out. So the rules of this draft are quite simple. You have to take and use any and every European player. If a non-European 5 pops up, you can take whoever you want, but you can't use them. You have to use all the Europeans that you get, and of course we're going to try and go for the highest rated. We're going to go for the 4-3-2-1. I do prefer a 2-striker formation, specifically in draft, but we're going to go here. And it also means that I can't take South Americans or non-Europeans really, but we get a good start with Cristiano Ronaldo up front that should make this draft realistically quite easy. Now if you guys could drop a thumbs up, it would be very much appreciated. I realised in the last episode I said to you guys that that Isco, hell yeah, that what we'd do is we'd look at the squad today of what we've got so far. We'll actually look at it at the start of tomorrow's episode, and these episodes get uploaded every single day at 3 AM UK time. We're going to take Vasquez there and go for the full Real Madrid trio there. Vasquez, Ronaldo and Isco linking up very nicely. Of course, in episode 1, we won the draft with just the highest rated World Cup draft. In episode 2, we won the draft with the Icon Only Draft Challenge. And here we are in episode 3, 5 Europeans. So I can take anyone I want here. I mean, Sigurdsson's good for like good shooting, passing and dribbling. Kovacic obviously has the 4-star, has much better pace, decent dribbling and passing. Is quite well rounded. Do you know what? Let's take him just because now it's hilarious that we've got 4 Real Madrid players in the starting 11. We've been given them all. Do we get another one? No, we don't. We get Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I might take this Golovin though, upgraded. 4-star as well, medium high, decent enough defensive stats. In terms of highest rated though, oh no, I suppose he is the highest rated as well, so that's actually not too bad in terms of going for highest rated too. But yeah guys, so the aim of this one is of course we get the rewards after we win or lose in the draft, and then we build a team, and with that team we run through the World Cup, and whoever makes it furthest in the World Cup, oh, come on EA, stop this, you're giving me brilliant players here. Whoever gets the furthest in the World Cup is deemed the winner. The loser will do a giveaway on Twitter. So we've got a really good setup so far. Our midfield is all 4-star, which is great. Vasquez 4-star, Isco 4-star, and Ronaldo of course 4-star, 5-star. So all in all, we've got 4-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot as a minimum on every single player so far. Now we have 2 Europeans here. We can either take Zirkov with a Sentinel Chem style, or we could take Kurzawa with a Hunter, and I'm likely going to take Kurzawa with a Hunter. I think giving me that pace boost is probably the best thing that we can take out of this right now, so not too shabby there. And then next up is, I mean, we could take Boyata there. We've got 3 Europeans. Elyofsson, who's quite fast but has terrible defending. Boyata, who has really good physicals, not bad defending, and relatively low pace, and then Lujuk as well. So yeah, I think Boyata here is going to be the best one for me personally to take, and we'll then move on to the next one. Come on, give me a good European centre-back. We haven't got a good one. We're going to take Dendoncker. Obviously the 2 Belgian centre-backs there. In fact, Dendoncker did play for Belgium against England. And then at right back, I'm going to take Kieran Trippier again. Or do I take Smolnikov? Smolnikov, ooh, I suppose with a Hunter Chem style, Kieran Trippier goes up to 87 sprint speed, 93 acceleration, and Smolnikov is 89 and 83. Smolnikov, however, has worse dribbling, worse defending, worse physical, and worse passing. Yeah, let's take Kieran Trippier. He's the better option there. We are going to need an England player to get a strong link to him to get him onto 10 Chem, and then obviously the European manager as well. But in general, that's not too bad. And then Ter Stegen in net. So that's our startup. Our full European squad that crazily only gets 93 chemistry it's not a bad squad. It's actually, I mean, it goes like really good attack, okay midfield, terrible defence. So hopefully we could improve our defence there. I could take Pedro or Callejon or Courtois. Now Courtois is probably a marginally better goalkeeper. We'll take Courtois anyway. We'll go with the Belgian contingency. We actually get a big upgrade on chemistry there because they each get such strong links with each other that they go on to 10 chemistry as is. We're also going to take Muller. I can't take Messi. I could take Cedric, but I'm going to stick with Trippier. We're going to take Muller, and if possible, we can throw Muller in to try and get a higher rating. Next on the board, so we do have two Europeans, Katai and Lukic. And as Katai is higher rated, we shall take Katai and pop him in there. We also get Joe Hart. Ooh, now interesting. We didn't really set a precedent for icons in this. Now, although icons have their own, you know, confederation to a degree, Lineker is English and England is in Europe. So, not that I would even use him. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take him, and I'm not going to use him. I'm just going to leave him on the bench because there's no way I play him instead of Cristiano Ronaldo, right? So that would just be ludicrous. Next up, do we get any Europeans in here? Just the one. So Pezco is who we use. We've obviously already got a full European squad, so that's not really the biggest of issues right now. Joe Hart popping up again. Subasic as well. We'll take Subasic there. Again, for the high rated, I don't think we're going to get much more than like a 186 here. I could do with a good defender. We'll take Jallet. I'm not interested in. Although Jallet with a shadow might be better than... No, Trippier has boost as well. Let's take Mustafi for that rating. And hopefully we get just a good fullback here. Kyle Walker or something like that. Yes, Kyle Walker's the logical choice regardless. But Hummels for rating. And my two centre-backs are actually quite bad. I'm going to take Walker anyway. Why not? And I'm actually going to start Skodran Mustafi. He's got less pace but more of everything. Wow, Dendonka has better in everything except defending. So we'll put him in instead of Boyata there. Take Boyata out. We can put Lineker on there, and we can put Thomas Müller on the bench, and we can put Ter Stegen on the bench as well. So we're down to 94 chemistry. We will get up to 100 chemistry for sure, obviously with the manager. Ooh, lots of choice here. Could take Mesut Ozil. Again, highest rated. Or we could take Ricardo Quaresma, obviously has an upgrade here. He doesn't fit in the team as a right mid, sadly. Let's take Mesut Ozil. We're going to play him instead of... Yeah, we're going to play him there, and then we're going to swap those two around and put the German there. No problem. We'll take Kovacic out. Moving on to the next spot. Another upgraded card in Fellaini, 84 rated. We've also got Julian Draxler there as well. I'm going to take that Fellaini card, you know. I know he's slow. He's got good defensive and physical stats. We'll just leave him on the bench for the time being. One more pick here. Hernandez, Messi, Gignac. We'll throw him in, of course. The Europeans coming up strong. And then last but not least, could go David Silva. I'm going to take João Moutinho. I really like this card. I actually used him as well. 4-star week for really good stats. I'm going to be popping him into my squad, into the starting lineup. I suppose instead of... Wow, look at that. João Moutinho has just considerably better stats than Ozil all the way across the board. Let's put Subasic onto the bench. So it's an 86 rated squad. That's not bad. To get 100 chemistry, we just need a European manager, and that will pop us up to 100. Interestingly, I think we can actually start Müller. We actually get 186 out of that, which for a European squad isn't the worst. I think we can start Müller on 8 chem as a right mid. He's got better pace, not better than him. He's not better than Moutinho. He's not really better than him. I just kind of want to see what he's... Okay, so he actually only goes to 6 chem. That's not a problem. We'll put Golovin back in. So that's our team, guys. I mean, this is a good team. You know, Mustafi, good. Walker, Courtois, good. Milinkovic, Savic, Moutinho, and Golovin, I'm very happy with. Vasquez, Ronaldo, and Isco obviously are great. It just depends. You know, my defence is a little bit problematic. Kazawa not ideal, and Dendonka not ideal. If I come up against someone that just knows how to play this game, they'll probably put a lot of goals past me. So we might not end up winning this draft just pretty much because of the lack of pace in defence, really. And more specifically, the centre-backs. Dendonka there, who will be at about 75 pace, and Mustafi at 66 pace. Anyone who's got half a brain will just know to thread through balls through my team and will absolutely demolish me in terms of a goal tally. So hopefully we can come out on top with this team, though. Let's get into the action. Okay, guys, into the gameplay we go. And the first opponent we come up against has got a really nice 4-3-1-2 team. Henry, Rui Costa, Harry Kane, Kroos, Modric. Obviously, a lot of upgraded cards in there. Sergio Ramos, Kimmich, among some other players. Alderweireld in there, and Digne at left back, with Thiago at right centre mid. And generally speaking, it's actually a pretty sick team. Harry Kane with that upgrade is a really nice card in this game, and especially in the World Cup mode. You know, as we spoke about in the squad building phase, I don't have the quickest defence, so you don't necessarily need the paciest players in something like this, because you know that if you just position yourself into into good areas, you'll be able to score. My opponent's first shot of the whole game, 8 minutes in, was a finesse from Henry around the goalkeeper, and he made it 1-0, and his second shot was a banger from Thiago to make it 2-0. I was in awe. I was shocked that I was 2-0 down in this game because this guy wasn't really very good. We pulled it back to 2-1 on the stroke of half time, and then just after kickoff for the second half, we end up getting a second goal. Lucas Vazquez finds Ronaldo, and Ronaldo finds the back of the net to make it 2-2. And it wasn't long before I made it 3-2 either. 72nd minute here, Ronaldo with a lovely little step over past the defender. This guy pulls his goalkeeper and just gives me a free shot with Ronaldo there, and it goes in off the underside of the bar, pops back out of the goal, but the ref has got the technology on his watch, and we end up scoring to make it 3-2 and going through to the second round. So a really strong performance in the first game. You'll see from the match stats here, 17 shots for me, 10 on target, and only the 3 goals. My finishing not the best in this game. And into the second round, we go up against a 3-4-1-2 team. Another really good team with Mertens, Cristiano Ronaldo, Rui Costa, obviously, Dembele in there, which is nice. Pepe, really good. But there are his other 2 centre-backs not great. His goalkeeper not great. His left mid, right mid, a little lacking in pace for Thomas Muller. Brandt is okay, not great. And just generally speaking, from my experience of playing the World Cup mode for about 200 games already, the 3-back formations in the World Cup mode are just an utter nightmare. You're just asking to get slapped for goals if you're running a 3-back formation, because it's just so easy to thread balls around. And it didn't take me long to get in the lead in this game. You can see this guy is like rage sliding already. And this was one of those games where I felt like if I had just even one decent centre-back, like one Pepe or one Ramos, I would have ended up going 2-3, 4-0 up against this guy and getting a rage quit. But because my team is so slow, his pace up front with Ronaldo just allowed him to continuously hit me on counters and get back in the game over and over. We went 1-0 up, he pulled it back to 1-1. We went 2-1 up, Ronaldo there opens his body up, scores to make it 2-1. And this guy pulled it eventually back to 2-2. But every time I went ahead, he was just playing like a salty game. You know, he was like trying to foul me, just rage sliding, pumping his keeper. And he gets a lucky bounce there for Brandt and scores the goal to make it 2-2. And then he actually eventually took the lead as well at 3-2. The threaded through ball down to Mertens. And this is a problem with the pace. Mustafi just doesn't have the legs to keep up with Mertens. And then Ronaldo, of all people, gets ahead of my centre-back to score to make it 3-2. And I thought this might be, just like the last game, this might be one of those games. I'm absolutely smashing this guy left and right, just doing my best to try and get goals and just not becoming very successful. I get the cheesiest goal I think I've ever scored. Vazquez there just stays onside as Ronaldo tips it to him as he tries to pass it to his goalkeeper to pull it back, and we bring it back to 3-3. But once again, the pace of his attack is just too quick for me. Ronaldo scores to make it 4-3, 3.5 minutes into injury time. We do pull it back to 4-4, just 15 minutes into the game. The ball comes in for a corner, gets headed out of the box to Lucas Vazquez. A lovely little heel-to-heel flick. His defence is just terrible, and we end up getting the goal to make it 4-4. Eventually, I made it 5-4 as well. Cristiano Ronaldo threw on goal. The goalkeeper comes out. Ronaldo chips it and makes it 5-4. And then a few more minutes later, after that, again, 75th minute or so here now, and we get the ball to go 6-4 up. Ronaldo with a heel-to-heel flick, gets in behind, shoots and scores. And as I'm celebrating, I think this guy's about to rage quit. And then, to my absolute disbelief and just my luck on this day, my internet disconnects. It was my internet as well, completely my fault, completely my problem. But we end up DCing, losing, and that's it, guys. So let's get into the packs. Well, guys, how about that for some bad luck? I went 6-4 up against this guy. I'm pretty sure he was about to rage quit because he was actually playing a bit weird the whole game. Like after when I scored 1 to go 1-0, he was like rage sliding and stuff like that. So I thought he was going to rage quit if I went 2-0 up. And then at 5-4, he paused it at a weird time. I genuinely thought he was going to quit. I scored the 6th goal, and then my internet cut out. So sadly, we only get a second round prize. And exactly as I thought, although we would have won the 2 games, I'm not saying I would have definitely won that game, but I was 6-4 up. It was like, 70th minute or something like that. I wasn't really in a tricky, it wasn't a great opponent. He had scored 4 goals against me, but I was in a pretty confident position there. But just I'll tell you something, man. Do not use this guy in draft or in World Cup mode. He parries everything. It was horrendous every time. Every time the ball just got shot at him, he would just punch it out or flap it out or, just make a save for a corner. Like, he never caught the ball, and it was really frustrating, really triggering. It was bad enough that I had a slow defence anyway, let alone the fact that my goalkeeper refused to save anything. Sadly, on this occasion, guys, although the team performed well and we didn't technically lose, we get a DC in round 2, and we're going to see just what we get for rewards. So we get an Asia Players Pack, a North and Central America Players Pack, an Africa Players Pack, and then 2 standard packs. Now, generally speaking, the packs aren't going to be great for us unless those standard packs produce something big. Now, we might still get something... Okay, we're not going to get anything good out of this. I was hoping that we'd be able to get something a little decent there. We get another Mexican. Is that someone we already have? Jimenez. Didn't we pack Jimenez in the... I think we packed Jimenez in the first game. We get Baloy and Morera as well. Not that we're going to use either of those. Jimenez might make the final team, actually, because we have so many Mexicans. Africa players pack here. If we could get like a Mane or a Koulibaly or something, though, we're going to get no walkout on this one either, which is pretty sad. Saivet El Jamik and Idrissa Gueye. Idrissa Gueye, not a bad card, actually. It's a shame we're not going to be able to link him very well. An Asia players pack coming up as well now, and we can only hope for Heung-min Son out of this. We do get a board. Is it going to be Son, or is it going to be Inui again? Oh, it's not going to be either. It's going to be the goalkeeper. Beren Vand, an 84-8. Now, that's actually a pretty sick goalkeeper card. But once again, it's going to be tricky to fit him into the squad with Kim Sung-yu and Hono there. Yeah, it's going to be tricky to fit him into the squad without any other players to link him to. And then the 2 World Cup standard packs, these are the ones that I hope are going to be good for us. I hope that these ones are going to be able to, you know, give us something decent. Okay, sadly not out the first one. I was hoping generally for, you know, getting lucky and hitting a big card. We've got a couple of Europeans here, which is quite nice though. Glushakov, Costil in goal. Sanchez as well from South America might be a nice one to pop into the team. There's a kit that I somehow don't have at this stage in the game, even though I have most items in this game. And then last but not least, for our rewards for today, guys, our 5th and final pack is going to contain a board. We do get a board. 2 boards. Let's go. Come on, be a big player. Wait, is that another Hernandez? Didn't we already packed him? I hope our other big player, as an 84, who else could it be that would even be good? I don't even know. I genuinely don't even know what we could get that would still be good. We get Jonathan Vieira. I mean, that's unlucky. We get Goodmanson in there as well. That's unlucky that Hernandez is the guy that we got again. But our Mexican squad, which is what we're pretty much building here from these rewards, is looking pretty good. Tomorrow, guys, we're going to have the South American highest rated draft, and then the next day is going to be the rest of the world highest rated draft. Hopefully we can get some good rewards out of those and stack a sick team to go into the World Cup with at the end of the 5 drafts. This though, guys, has been the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.